wecenergy is a Brazilian company specialized in selling gaming products aimed at gamers. We sell keyboards, mouses, headsets, earphones, and other hardware. We are looking to source new technologies to introduce into Brazil and thus offering new experiences for gamers. We are launching an online store with estimated invoices totaling 6 million reals in the first year of operations. We are attracting We are launching an online store with estimated invoices totaling 6 million reals in the first year of operations. We are attracting public interest in smart products which offer a more real experience to live gamers, more comfort, better sound quality, mechanical keyboards, and faster mouse devices. A survey by Zizu, a market research firm focused on digital games, points out that Brazil is the fourth country in terms of video game players, estimating a total of 35 million users. The country loses only to the United States, 145 million players, Russia, 38 million, and Germany, 36 million. Among other results, it is worth noting that 47% of the players in Brazil spend more money on original games. More than 2/3 of the budget is spent only on online games. The study also notes that Brazilian video games players spend 10.7 hours a week on their consoles. This amount is higher when compared to time spent watching television, 5.5 hours, listening to the radio, 4 hours, and reading magazines, 1.8 hours. The internet, however, remains the most used medium, reaching 11.3 hours a week. With roughly 7.2 billion people on the planet, 1.8 billion of them are gamers, and this year alone, expenditure on gaming is expected to reach 82 billion, with 1.34 billion of this figure accounted for by Brazil. By Newzoo's calculations, a statistic which considers 100 countries, Brazil ranks as the 11th nation in the world in terms of video game expenditure. In relation to our region, Brazil is closely followed by Mexico, and the two countries together are responsible for more than half of all that is spent in Latin America. However, in a more global mindset, we believe the region has much more potential for future growth. Japan tops the list in terms of high expenditures per capita, with about $120 per person. However, of the 100 countries examined in the study, unsurprisingly, the United States leads total expenditure with $20.5 billion. With 3.4 million users, it placed fourth in the world and the first in Latin America. The games market in Brazil is currently worth $1.5 billion and should reach $1.6 billion by 2017. The domestic market is responsible for 35% of the total revenue generated by the sector in Latin America, which is approximately $4.5 billion. Contrary to other signs, the group of digital videos is growing significantly, and there is still a lot to be developed. Online gamers are products aimed at men. They are still the majority, but women already represent 41% of that market, according to the Game Mobile Brazil survey conducted by ESPM in partnership with game developer Seux and Blend New Research. It is not the adolescents who are the biggest consumers, but the adults, men aged 35 years and women aged 32. Among the games, the adventure and action genre is the most popular in Brazil market. These genres are cited by 22% of respondents, followed by strategy with 17% and third-person shooters with 15%. Strategy games are the most popular amongst Brazil's female gaming market. 22% of respondents said they prefer this genre. Action titles, adventures, and challenges appear in second place, with 20% of respondents in favor. Among men, action and adventure dominates, with 23%, and shooting games follow closely, with 20%. The survey, conducted in September 2013, took 823 observations into account, aged 14 to 84, and from all regions of the country. Sao Paulo was the state most represented in the study, accounting for 34% of respondents. Among social classes, 19% belonged to A, 50% to B, and 31% of those who answered the questionnaire were allocated to Class C. Consumers are still classified as casual, people of both sexes who devote a few hours of the week to uncompromising matches and easy games. and the hardcore group of users who are more experienced and dedicated players, usually made up of men between the ages of 18 and 35. Mobile games are the largest gaming market in Brazil and generate $606 million in annual revenues. Another fact that reaffirms the importance of the four mobile devices in the games market in Brazil is that 16% of cell phone users spend between 14 and 20 hours a week connected, and furthermore 15% exceed this level. Cell phones are the second most used platform by players, second only to computers. And now we're moving on to online sales. The year of 2017 was quite expressive for Brazil's online sales. According to data from eBit, a company that measures the reputation of online stores, in the first half of last year, e-commerce sales increased by 7.5%, thus representing a total value of 21 billion. Several researchers, such as those of eBit itself, estimate that this sector is continuously developing. By 2017, for example, there was a prediction for 10% growth. The final registration, according to the Brazilian Electronic Commerce Association, was in fact 12%, thus exceeding this estimate.